10 common egg mistakes silently poisoning seniors over 65. What doctors won't tell you. Did you know that what many doctors consider the perfect protein for aging bodies can actually become dangerous enough to land you in the hospital? It's true. For millions of seniors who enjoy eggs daily, certain common preparation mistakes can transform this nutritional powerhouse into a health nightmare. While eggs remain an excellent source of protein and essential nutrients that fight inflammation, preserve eyesight, and protect brain function as we age, these same eggs can become toxic when mishandled. The most shocking part. The number one egg mistake that's sending seniors to emergency rooms nationwide isn't what you'd expect. In fact, it is so common that nutritionists estimate nearly 80% of older adults do it regularly, often without realizing they're putting themselves at serious risk. So, if you or someone you love is over 65, the next few minutes could quite literally save a life. But don't worry, we're not just here to scare you with problems. Keep watching until the end as we will reveal 8 game-changing tips and tricks that most seniors have never heard about, but that professional chefs and nutrition experts use every day to make eggs both safer and easier to prepare. Before we begin, let us know in the comments below where you're watching from, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Now, without any further ado, let's get started counting down the 10 dangerous egg mistakes. Mistake number 10. Washing eggs before storage. This mistake might surprise you, because many seniors grew up in an era when washing eggs before storage was considered good hygiene practice. However, modern food safety guidelines strongly advise against this seemingly innocent habit. So, why is that? Well, in most countries, commercial eggs are washed and sanitized before packaging. This process removes the bloom or cuticle, which is a natural protective coating applied by the hen. After washing, commercial eggs receive a thin mineral oil coating that seals the thousands of tiny pores in the shell. When you wash eggs again at home, you can remove this protective coating while simultaneously pushing bacteria from the outside of the shell through the pores and into the egg itself. For seniors who are more vulnerable to foodborne illness, this simple mistake can turn a nutritious breakfast into a health hazard. Even mild food poisoning can trigger dangerous complications in older adults with underlying health conditions like heart disease or diabetes. Most commercial eggs now are already cleaned and sanitized before packaging, making additional washing at home not only unnecessary but potentially harmful. If you notice visible dirt on an egg, simply use a dry paper towel to gently brush it off just before cooking, never before storage. Mistake number 9. Storing eggs on the refrigerator door. Many refrigerators come with convenient egg slots built right into the door. It seems like the perfect place to store your eggs, doesn't it? Unfortunately, this common practice can significantly compromise egg safety, especially for seniors with already vulnerable immune systems. The refrigerator door is the warmest part of your refrigerator because it's constantly being opened and closed, exposing eggs to temperature fluctuations. Each temperature change allows bacteria like salmonella to multiply more rapidly. For seniors whose bodies may already struggle to fight off infections, this increased bacterial load can be particularly dangerous. Research shows that eggs stored in the door area can experience temperature variations of up to 10 degrees compared to eggs stored in the main compartment. These fluctuations not only accelerate bacterial growth, but also hasten the breakdown of the egg's natural protective barriers. So instead, eggs should always be stored in their original carton on a shelf toward the back of your refrigerator, where the temperature remains most consistent. This simple change in storage location can extend freshness by up to a week and significantly reduce your risk of foodborne illness. Mistake number 8. Skipping the yolk. This mistake reflects outdated nutritional advice that unfortunately still persists, throwing away the nutrient-rich yolk and eating only egg whites. While this practice was once recommended to reduce cholesterol intake, modern nutritional science has vindicated the humble egg yolk, especially for seniors. The egg yolk contains nearly all of the egg's nutrients, including vital compounds particularly important for aging bodies. These include lutein and zeaxanthin, essential for eye health and reducing age-related macular degeneration, choline, which is critical for brain function and possibly protective against dementia, and vitamin D, which is increasingly difficult for aging bodies to synthesize from sunlight. For seniors who often struggle with nutrient absorption due to age-related changes in digestion, removing the yolk eliminates a concentrated source of easily absorbed nutrients. Additionally, older adults often eat less food overall, making nutrient density particularly important, which is something egg whites alone cannot provide. The cholesterol concerns that originally drove the egg white trend have been largely debunked. For most people, dietary cholesterol has minimal impact on blood cholesterol levels. In fact, the 2015-2020 dietary guidelines for Americans removed the previous recommendation to limit dietary cholesterol, acknowledging that it is no longer a nutrient of concern. Unless specifically directed by your doctor to avoid egg yolks due to a particular medical condition, embracing whole eggs provides superior nutrition that supports healthy aging. If you're concerned about calories, consider using one whole egg plus an additional white in your recipes rather than discarding all the valuable yolks. Mistake number 7. Adding too much butter, oil, or cheese. This simple mistake can transform a healthy egg dish into a serious cardiovascular risk. While these additions make eggs taste amazing, for seniors, many of whom are already managing heart disease, high cholesterol, or high blood pressure, this mistake can be particularly harmful. A simple 2-egg breakfast can quickly go from about 140 calories with minimal saturated fat to a meal containing over 500 calories and enough saturated fat to impact heart health when prepared with generous amounts of butter and cheese. The American Heart Association recommends that adults limit saturated fat to no more than 5 to 6% of daily calories. For someone eating 2,000 calories daily, that's about 13 grams of saturated fat, which is an amount easily exceeded in just one cheese-laden omelet cooked in butter. What makes this mistake especially dangerous is its cumulative effect. The occasional indulgent breakfast won't cause immediate harm, but daily consumption of eggs prepared with excessive fats can contribute to worsening cholesterol profiles and increased inflammation, both risk factors for heart disease and stroke in seniors. So instead of that, try cooking eggs in a non-stick pan with just a light coating of olive oil cooking spray. If you love cheese in your omelet, use a smaller amount of a strongly flavored cheese like sharp cheddar or feta, which provides more flavor with less volume. You can also add volume and nutrition with plenty of vegetables like spinach, tomatoes, and peppers rather than extra cheese. Mistake number 6. Using cracked eggs. Finding a cracked egg in your carton might seem like a minor inconvenience rather than a serious health concern. Many of us, mindful of food waste and costs, might choose to use these eggs anyway, especially if the crack appears small. However, this decision could have serious health consequences. Even microscopic cracks in an eggshell create direct pathways for bacteria to enter the egg. Once inside, these pathogens find an ideal environment to multiply rapidly. Research has shown that cracked eggs can have bacterial counts hundreds of times higher than intact eggs stored under the same conditions. For seniors whose immune systems naturally weaken with age, consuming eggs with even small cracks significantly increases the risk of foodborne illness, which can be particularly dangerous. Symptoms can range from uncomfortable digestive distress to severe dehydration requiring hospitalization. The safest approach is to thoroughly inspect eggs before purchase and again before use. If you discover a cracked egg after bringing your carton home, transfer it to a clean container, cook it thoroughly until both white and yolk are completely firm, and consume it immediately. Never use cracked eggs in recipes calling for raw or lightly cooked eggs, and when in doubt, it's safer to discard them. Mistake number 5. Leaving cooked eggs at room temperature. This error is particularly common at family gatherings, brunches, or when cooking for later consumption. Cooked eggs, whether alone or in dishes like quiche or egg salad, should never sit at room temperature for more than 2 hours, or 1 hour if the ambient temperature is above 90 degrees Fahrenheit. After this time, bacteria that cause foodborne illness can multiply to dangerous levels, even in fully cooked foods. For seniors, this mistake is especially risky because age-related changes to the digestive system make it harder to fight off foodborne pathogens. Stomach acid, which helps kill ingested bacteria, often decreases with age or due to medications commonly prescribed to seniors. When serving egg dishes at gatherings, keep hot foods hot, above 140 degrees Fahrenheit, using chafing dishes or slow cookers, and keep cold egg dishes, like egg salad, on ice. For leftovers, refrigerate promptly in shallow containers that allow for quick cooling and consume within 3 to 4 days. If you're unsure how long something has been sitting out, remember the food safety mantra. When in doubt, throw it out. Mistake number 4. Cross-contaminating during preparation. Here's a common scenario. You crack eggs for your morning omelet, wipe your hands quickly on a towel, then use those same hands to grab your bread for toasting or medication bottles for your morning pills. Or perhaps you use a bowl to beat eggs, rinse it quickly with cold water, then use it for your fruit salad. In both cases, you've potentially transferred dangerous bacteria to other foods or surfaces. Cross-contamination during egg preparation is a particularly insidious risk because it often happens without any visible signs of danger. Many seniors, despite decades of cooking experience, may not fully appreciate how easily harmful bacteria can spread from eggs to other foods and surfaces. The exterior of eggshells can harbor salmonella and other pathogens, even when the eggs appear perfectly clean. For seniors with reduced immune function, even small amounts of these pathogens can cause significant illness. In fact, studies have shown that bacteria from eggs can survive on kitchen surfaces for hours or even days if not properly sanitized. So, to prevent cross-contamination, always wash hands thoroughly with soap and warm water immediately after handling eggs. Use dedicated utensils for raw eggs, and clean all food preparation surfaces with hot, soapy water or a sanitizing solution after contact with eggs or egg products. Mistake number 3. Ignoring egg expiration dates. I know what you're thinking. I've been eating eggs past their date for years and I'm fine. But here's why seniors especially need to pay attention. As we age, our immune systems naturally weaken. That sell-by date isn't just a suggestion, it's a safety guideline. Eggs can harbor bacteria like salmonella, even when they look and smell perfectly normal. After the expiration date, the protective mechanisms inside the egg begin breaking down, allowing bacteria to multiply more rapidly. For seniors, food poisoning isn't just an uncomfortable day in the bathroom. It can lead to severe dehydration, which is particularly dangerous for older adults who already have a diminished sense of thirst. Even mild food poisoning can exacerbate existing health conditions or interact with medications. The simple solution: check dates before purchasing and use a system at home where newer eggs go behind older ones in your refrigerator. If you're unsure about an egg's freshness, try the float test. Place it in a bowl of water. Fresh eggs sink and lie flat, while older eggs stand upright or float because their air chambers have expanded. Mistake number 2, undercooking eggs. This mistake has become increasingly common with the popularity of runny egg dishes on social media and in restaurants. While a younger person might tolerate slightly undercooked eggs without issue, seniors face significantly higher risks. Both egg whites and yolks should reach a safe internal temperature of 160 degrees Fahrenheit to kill potentially harmful bacteria. At this temperature, both the white and yolk are firm, not runny. Contrary to popular belief, a firm yolk doesn't mean an overcooked egg. It means a safe egg, especially for seniors. Those trendy dishes with barely set whites and flowing yolks might look delicious on Instagram, but they can harbor dangerous bacteria. For seniors, especially those with chronic conditions like diabetes or heart disease, foodborne illness from undercooked eggs can trigger serious complications. The immune system's ability to fight off infection decreases with age, making what might be a minor illness for a younger person potentially life-threatening for seniors. So to prevent this, invest in a food thermometer and use it whenever preparing eggs. Remember that color isn't always a reliable indicator of temperature. Some eggs might look fully cooked but haven't reached the safe internal temperature. Mistake number 1, using raw eggs in uncooked recipes. This seemingly innocent practice, passed down through generations in family recipes for homemade eggnog, Caesar dressing, or chocolate mousse, poses the highest risk of serious foodborne illness for seniors. Raw eggs can contain salmonella bacteria inside the egg itself, meaning even the cleanest, uncracked, properly refrigerated egg can harbor bacteria that cooking would normally kill. When these eggs are consumed raw, the bacteria enter your system alive and ready to cause infection. For seniors, a salmonella infection isn't just uncomfortable, it can be life-threatening. Age-related changes to the digestive tract and immune system make fighting off this infection much harder. Additionally, many seniors take medications that might mask the early symptoms of food poisoning, allowing the infection to progress before treatment begins. The danger extends beyond obvious raw egg dishes. Many people don't realize that lightly cooked eggs in hollandaise sauce, soft meringues, or gently baked custards may not reach temperatures high enough to kill bacteria. Similarly, tasting raw batters or doughs containing eggs, like cookie dough or cake batter, carries the same risks. The safest approach is to either avoid recipes calling for raw eggs or use pasteurized egg products instead. Pasteurized eggs have been heated enough to kill bacteria, while still maintaining the properties needed for most recipes. They're available as whole eggs, yolks, whites, or in liquid form in most grocery stores. Now that we've covered what not to do, let's focus on the tips and tricks that could transform your relationship with one of nature's most perfect foods. Number 1. The 20-second temperature rule. Most seniors don't realize that eggs brought straight from refrigerator to boiling water often crack due to thermal shock. The game changer: let eggs sit at room temperature for precisely 20 minutes before cooking. No more, no less. This simple step not only prevents cracking, but creates a more evenly cooked egg with better texture and digestibility for senior digestive systems. This little-known technique has been used in professional kitchens for decades, but rarely makes it to home cooking guides. Number 2. The vinegar fix. Adding a tablespoon of white vinegar to your cooking water creates a miraculous safety net. If your egg does crack during cooking, the acidic environment causes the egg white to coagulate immediately, sealing the crack and preventing bacteria from entering. Even more fascinating, this technique results in easier-to-peel eggs, a significant benefit for seniors with arthritic hands or reduced dexterity. The vinegar leaves absolutely no taste, but provides enormous protective benefits. Number 3. The color coding secret. Professional kitchens use a brilliantly simple system you can adopt. Designate specific colored tools for egg preparation. Perhaps all yellow utensils are exclusively for raw eggs, while blue tools are for cooked foods. This visual system eliminates cross-contamination risk entirely, even on days when memory might be less than perfect. This approach is particularly valuable for seniors living with early cognitive changes who still want to maintain independence in the kitchen. Number 4. The two-bowl method. Here's a technique that professional chefs swear by. Instead of cracking eggs directly into your recipe, first crack each egg into a small, separate bowl before transferring it to your mixing bowl. This allows you to inspect each egg individually and prevents one bad egg from ruining an entire dish. Number 5. The ice bath method. Immediately submerging hard-boiled eggs in ice water for 10 minutes after cooking doesn't just stop the cooking process. It creates a small air pocket between the shell and the egg, making peeling dramatically easier. This technique also prevents the grayish-green ring around the yolk, keeping eggs more nutritionally intact and visually appealing. Number 6. The date marking system. Instead of trying to remember when you purchased eggs, implement this foolproof system. When you bring eggs home, use a pencil to mark each egg with the date you should discard it, which is 3 weeks from purchase. This eliminates all guesswork and provides absolute certainty about egg freshness. The pencil marking is food safe and doesn't penetrate the shell. This method is especially valuable for seniors who might purchase eggs less frequently or have trouble remembering purchase dates. Number 7. Buying pasteurized eggs. Most seniors don't realize that specially pasteurized eggs are now widely available in regular grocery stores. These eggs have been heated precisely enough to kill bacteria, while still remaining raw and usable in all recipes. This technological breakthrough means you can safely enjoy recipes calling for raw or undercooked eggs, from classic Caesar dressing to real eggnog to homemade mayonnaise, without compromising safety. Number 8. The first-in, first-out container system. Designate a specific section in your refrigerator with a small container labeled Use First. Place your oldest 2 to 3 eggs in this container. Each time you use eggs from this container, replace them with the oldest remaining eggs from your carton. This continuous rotation system ensures you're always using eggs in the correct order for maximum safety, eliminating the risk of eggs getting lost and aging in the back of the refrigerator. These 8 tips don't just make egg preparation safer, they make it easier, more enjoyable, and more nutritionally beneficial. Most importantly, you'll maintain your independence in the kitchen while enjoying one of nature's most perfect foods exactly the way you want it. Now, we want to hear from you. Have you or someone you know ever experienced food poisoning from improperly handled eggs? Which of these mistakes surprised you the most? Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We love to hear them. Thanks for watching.